For the latest Stranger Things news updates, visit hybridnetworkyt.com. What's up, YouTube? It's Earth Eagle GT with Hybrid Network with another Stranger Things topic video. Today we're going to talk about what if Mike was also taken, or one of the people who were taken into the Upside Down. Now, I've been thinking about this a lot because Mike is the main per se character in Stranger Things. I know there's a lot of main characters that throughout it, but he is the one that's kind of the center of it all. He's the one that meets 11. He's the one that you could even argue is kind of the leader of his friend group, that kind of pushes his friend group to do stuff, especially more towards the beginning of the season. Later ends of the season, when stuff starts cracking up and they start breaking apart, they end up all coming back together. But that was also because of Mike, and a little bit of Dustin as well. But Mike has been the leading force because Mike put 11 in his basement, and that's where she was for the majority of the first few episodes, hiding out there, escaping her father in the government facility type place. And because of that, they figured it out through her relationship with Mike being as strong as it was. We don't know if 11 would have attached to anybody else the same way as she attached to Mike, and Mike is his own person in this universe with his own feelings and his own emotions and his own family problems and friend dynamics, which helped him, persuade and become friends with 11. So if Mike was taken to the Upside Down, I really don't think it would have been as a happy ending as it was. I know they eventually got Will back, and Lucas became a friend of theirs again, but at the same time, if Will and Mike were both taken, I think just more people would have continually been taken, and then something would have been horribly wrong. I feel like 11 would have maybe died or even used her powers and killed people because she didn't know how to react to certain things, or she could have met the wrong person, because she got lucky. She met a lot of genuine people when she escaped who were helping her. A lot of them did die, but not of her own doing, so we don't know where that could have pushed her to. We saw that waffle scene. We see when she uses her powers and she makes people wet their pants or just freak out, and then she has the bloody nose and everything. So who knows what would have happened if Mike wasn't in that position. So Mike is definitely the main source of it all. I like how the show does a good way of not, leaving it at one specific person, so it's not completely focused on it. It's all these many characters, but Mike is definitely the main character of this series, besides, his friend group 11 and Chief Hopper. But yeah, so do you think if Mike was taken, you think the story would have still been the same, or you think 11 would have found someone else, or maybe 11 would have found Nancy? And then how would that dynamic be? Would Nancy take care of 11 the same way that Mike did? Do you think she would have just reported it to the police? I think she would have just done that. I think any of these other people would have just took her to the police station. Mike was a very rare case, and I can't remember, but I think there might have been a point of hesitation. He was thinking maybe we should do this, and maybe Lucas brought up maybe we should take her to the police officer, but then eventually she just ended up staying in his basement. Of course, with the neglect parents, like I said earlier, he was the perfect person to do that, because none of them went in the basement or heard him go in the basement talking to this young girl. So Mike was definitely the perfect one to do it. But how do you feel? Leave your comments down below, and thank you for watching.